I sent you to call her.
She's still in her mother's for talking and crying.
Why is she crying?
Ask me.
Stupid girl. Why is she still crying? Nobody will judge her if she accepts her first.
That is it.
I will. What? Don't pretend like you won't judge her too.
Please, I won't.
See, people are talking about George. Who is judging her? We're all there with her now. If we continue like this, we are going to lose first act. Did I hear you say lose first act? Let's go to the board.
But Ife, why do you have to put her in a dance again? Now she's delaying us and I don't like it.
She's one of the maidens of Dimah, and she's one of our best dancers. What a waste. Dimah won't have such a princess with tiny legs. Look at you, are your legs fat? Are your legs fat? See who is
Your legs flat.
But at least, she's still a virgin.
Yes, unlike some people who are running their mouth here.
Who is not a virgin here?
If you ask me, who will I ask? What will I answer? If you ask me, who will I ask? What will I answer? If you ask me.
Enough! Okay, people, let's go back to that. Virgin, go back to your stand. Or I go back, Virgin. Okay, please, let's go back to our dance.
You better know.
Everyone is standing now, dance.
I don't know, Mother. Father abolished it for a reason.
It was because of the bishop. He came here and influenced your father. Didn't you know how he made your father mount that giant cross at the entrance of the palace? It was the bishop that made your father do it.
Mother, forget about father and his best friend, the bishop.
The issue at hand now is the female circumcision.
I mean,
You're talking about mutilating women, grown women.
all bodies have set. I don't think that would be very safe.
What are you saying? Is your mother dead? Did anything happen to her after she was circumcised?
Mother.
My dear son, circumcision guarantees purity amongst women. If you compare the ways of our women and that of the Western women, you will notice a great difference. The Western women are promiscuous, and that is the reason why they have so many broken relationships and marriages. The drive that aids purity, morality, and sincerity begins with the female circumcision. When a female is circumcised, her craving for sex is lost. And that is the reason why our ancestors introduced the female circumcision. Speak.
There's something I think you should know.
What is it, my son? What? Do you know what you have done? The blood. Sacrilege. You have committed a great abomination against the land and the throne.
What are the consequences, Mother?
Death. And the goddess of purity will not stand for it.
But Mother...
Your lineage will be cut short, my son. And the throne will be divided amongst the clan. There's going to be disaster in the land. You'll be raged with madness. Do you know the consequences of what you have done? Do you?
Can this be unturned?
Can we call the Archbishop? Can I offer burnt offering? Aren't you a descendant of the 5 goddesses of purity?
Calm down. I will take you and your princess to the temple of Ayama.
Okay? There must be atonement for this sacrifice.
I know.
Blood and life.
Blood and life? Is there no other solution?
You should know better.
We have bought a goat for this sacrifice.
Humans and meat. Blood and life.
Let the cleansing begin.
A golden adage of Dimah says, when tooth falls off the gum, another tooth surfaces from the same spot. Prince Kunsua Achibong.
Now I am a man.
Otu Dasula the first.
Around will call me grandfather. It means that
the only remnant,
and that time will go. Now what will be said of the time that passed me by?
Of the lineage of Otu Dasula.
Can I ask you please? Do everything you can to be the
I hand over this touch.
Someday it will speak. What you
use it
while you have the time
to lighten the pathway of your father, King Achibong Otu Dasula the first, as his spirit joins the bosom of our ancestors.
The end of all shall surely come. The end of all shall surely come. And the new shall begin. 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 If the old doesn't go, then the new will never come. If the past doesn't future never comes. If today it doesn't go, then tomorrow will never come. And interestingly, one thing's for sure, everybody's waiting for a tomorrow.
Kings of Dimah have always been crowned at the feet of Amasa, the ancient landmark has not been shifted and will never be shifted. Today, our king was crowned. I present to you His Royal Majesty, King Kunsua Achibong Otu Dasula II. Long live the dynasty of this kingdom. Long live the kingdom of Dimah. Oye! 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 Ntodima!
Oje! Oje! Oje Ntodima. The ceremonies in which you have seen in the past 7 days are ancient, and some of its origins are veiled in the midst of the 5 goddesses. The spirits and meaning shine through the ages. I have with me not only the rites and magnificent traditions of over 1,000 years, but the living grace of the great people of Dimah. From the old to the young, clan and origins, different but united in the spirit of the crown. I will not rule you as a king. I will protect you as a parent, care for you as a brother, and serve you as a son. But I will not end this day without promulgating a decree. The clan of purity, which was abolished by my late father, King Achibong Otu Dasula I, is hereby reinstated.
All uncircumcised women must submit themselves within the next 7 market days to be circumcised by this clan.
The descendants of the goddess of purity shall be led by the Queen Mother to execute this task. Long live the great kingdom of Dimah. Oje, 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 Todima.
And what is the new Queen of Dimah doing in my house this late night? I hope all is well.
Didn't you hear him yesterday?
How do you mean?
He brought back the law because of me.
I don't still understand.
I was not a virgin on the day of our marriage.
You were not a... What? How?
I thought my mother had told...
Nobody told me anything.
I was given to him unworthy.
So what was that shore of blood on the linen? What was that for?
I am a decent man, and I will not follow that barbaric tradition of forcing a girl into sex just to have a virgin's blood.
That was what happened.
Oh my God! Is the Queen Mother aware of this?
Yes. She has already taken us for the cleansing. All of this was supposed to be a secret. When he brought back the law just to spite me.
Something very quickly must be done, fast.
Yes, Uncle. We must do something. Because I cannot and watch the maidens of Mag go through such horrible pain because of a common mistake that would have been avoided.
That would have been avoided. How do you mean?
Uncle, I begged Kunsua to reject me. He knew I wasn't the only option he had. He knew I was not worthy. But he insisted, spilled his blood, and lied. Ever since then, things have never been the same. It is believed that the old king suffered from the consequences of the rituals and died. Uncle, please. You really have to do something.
Something must be done. And fast.
Hey, you! Stand up, you're next.
There is no peace in our situation. We all know this. The time when we were reluctant to cross the sea to other land is come and gone. So is our love for our kingdom. The beat of the drum is changing. My sisters. So is our dance. How can we learn to dance to anything but sorrow? The beat of the drum is changing. we have lived a life of purity, protecting our virginity, even without the so-called law. Someone should tell them! The virtue of a typical Dimah maiden has been a life of moral integrity, as instilled into us by our maternity. We did not need to be circumcised to live a life of integrity. I am 21 and I'm proud to be a virgin, an uncircumcised virgin. What will happen to our invite to dance at Festa? How can we show anyone the dance of Dimah when our hearts feel it no more? It is next year. 1977 is next year. We will not recover in time. Circumcision and no circumcision. A pure heart remains a pure heart. We all know this. Our mothers know this. Our fathers know this. But none of them can summon the gods to talk to our new king about this. Tonight, we gather to count our losses. 3 maidens brought dead from the shrine of Amasa. 4 are still bleeding in pain. And there is no guarantee that they may see the morning sun. But what can we do? We are nothing but maidens. But tonight, the beat of the drum is changing. Somebody tell them to stop the hair killing us. I don't want us to go. I don't want us to go. I don't want us to go.
You don't have to say all of that. My eyes have never known sleep ever since my husband became the king. You're not the only one who cries. We are in this together. And today, here, I promise you all, I will never sleep until it is abolished. I give you my word.
My love, did you know that King Jos was 7 years old when he became king and was trained by priests?
My lord, my king and husband, since the purification exercise started, there have been no peace in Dimah Kingdom. Our maidens are dying because of pain. Just as you are king, I want you to know that you're also a father to every maiden in Dimah Kingdom. Please, my lord, have mercy on your children.
My love, I did not invent the purification exercise. Neither am I imposing it on my people. This tradition has existed before we were born and has been kept by the kings of old.
But your father and King Achibong abolished this tradition.
I am not my father.